comments right now. All right. Okay, so PTips. Let's just jump right in and take a look at what PTips have to say about our markets today, okay, for our London session. So basically, let's start off with silver. Okay, now obviously, the products that we're going to be talking about, PTips, is Forex related. Now, Forex is traded on margin, so therefore it is considered a high risk trading product. Okay. Now, it may not be suitable for everyone, and what we're trying to do here is to provide you another perspective of analysis that you could be utilizing on top of your own analysis. Okay? All right. Great. So let's start off with silver. Here, let's see what silver's got to say for today. Okay, so silver, time frame D1. It says RSI is above 50, price between 1.0 deviation bands. Note, bull in bear channel. Okay, so this is the bearish channel. Oh, it seems like it's testing the resistance of my channel. It's not my channel. It's more like the actual bearish channel of the product. Okay, so here, let's take a look. Yeah, it does seem more bullish right now, and especially if it could break above the resistance line of the bearish channel, it may actually have a new trend that's happening. Okay, so anyways, what we have to be watching out for. Okay, basically RSI being above 50 does indicate more bullish momentum. Okay, and then obviously prices are between the 1.0 deviation bands right now. Okay, so with prices between the 1.0 deviation bands, it does have an indication of more of a, you know, should I say ranging market. Okay, so if prices are more within a ranging market, we will have to be trading utilizing the 1.0 deviation bands. Okay, that's basically a recommendation. Now, let's quickly take a look. If we were to actually jump into a sell, okay, obviously what we will want to do is set our take profit on the MA20, which is the middle band, or our lower band here. Okay, now it is still respecting the bearish channel. Okay, so that's why I would rather take my risks within the 1.0 deviation bands. Okay, now if you do want to actually jump in and start doing bull run first, okay, be very wary of the resistance here, okay, which is already jotted out for you. All right. Okay, so that would be our resistance that you have to be very careful of. Okay, so if you're doing a buy, this may be your take profit point first. Okay, because right now the Bollinger Bands is not showing a major trend as of right now. Okay, so let's take a look at H4. Let's see if H4 shows us some other details. Okay, all right, H4. Wow, H4 is much more bullish. RSI above 50. It's reaching close to 70. The bands, price within top bands. Okay, prices within top bands. If anything, it's actually above the top band of 2.0 deviation. It's considered on an extreme. Okay, so with it being on an extreme, usually what it means is that the prices will actually come back and trade within the range of your channel. Okay, you see, this is our bull channel. Okay, so if anything, right now it is ranging in the bullish direction. Now you have to be very careful about a thing, is if the price will continue within the channel, right? So since it broke above our resistance, it may consolidate back and then continue within our channel. Okay, this is shown on our RSI over here as well. Great, so yeah, it does indicate a bullish momentum. Okay, so H1, what information does it show? Okay, you see H1, the price is also above the top band of 2.0 deviation. So it also does show more of a bullish, momentum. Okay, but like I said, usually if it expands, if it exceeds the top band or the top resistance, it usually will drop back down. Okay, and then it'll trade within the range. Right now, how I see it is that the RSI is on an overbought. A lot of people will be giving up their buy orders. Okay, they'll close off their potential buy orders, so cause a little bit of a pullback. Okay, what I'm expecting is that the pullback may actually be within the top bands, okay, of the Bollinger Band. All right, okay, all right, that's my expectations. Great. Now, let's move on to our next product. Let's take a look at Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD on D1. RSI is at 50. Okay, RSI is at 50. Then what do we see here? RSI at 50, band within 1.0 deviation, above MA20, mixed. Yeah, it's totally mixed. That's what we see here right now. The MA20 is still pointing downwards. Price broke above the MA20, so potential shift in momentum into the bullish market. But the RSI is not showing a strong momentum of upwards trend direction. Okay, so anyways, what we should be very careful of is that overall, all of the bands are pointing downwards. Okay, all of the bands are pointing downwards, so that's something that we have to be very careful of. To be honest with you, if I'm just gonna jump right in, I would rather be focusing more on my 1.0 deviation bands. If it's above MA20, I'm going to do a buy and then potentially set my take profit on the top band 1.0 deviation. Okay, but the overall direction or trend, there could be a major shift in the bullish market for Euro USD. But you have to be very careful about something. Overall, in this big direction, okay, it has been more of a bearish channel for the Euro USD. Okay, you see the tops are getting weaker. All right, so that's something that you have to be very careful about in the overall big picture. Okay, great. But it does seem like there is more bullish momentum as of right now. Okay, let's take a look at H4. H4, what type of signals or what type of details do we see? H4 says RSI is above 50. Okay, band, price between 1.0 deviation band above MA20. Okay, this is a bullish setup by far, 100%. Okay, if it's above MA20 and the prices are within the top bands right here, okay, it would usually trade within the bands. Okay, and the RSI is above 50, that's pretty much a strong bullish setup. Okay, now if you are trading a bullish, if you're doing a buy right now, okay, then what you want to do is to see if the price is maintained within the top bands. Okay, and you may want to actually set up the MA20 as your take profit. Okay, highly recommend if you're doing a buy, potentially set up a trading stop. Okay, potentially set up a trading stop. Super important. Okay, great. Let's take a look at H1. See if Euro USD gives us more details, whether you're going to buy or sell. Okay, H1. PTips says RSI is above 50, bands, price between top bands. Yes, price is not just between top bands, it's actually above the top band 2.0 deviation. What that means is basically it's on a potential extreme, okay? But the good thing is we know that the lows are getting higher, okay? So that's a good sign, right? You see, the lows are getting higher. Okay, so potentially that's what's happening. All right. So more bullish momentum on Euro USD on H1, it is confirmed. But do tread with care. Okay, the RSI, if it goes above 70, a lot of people may start closing their buy orders. So what's going to happen is you're going to see a little bit of a pullback. But don't worry, the pullback may just put the market or the price back into the top bands. Okay, then if it's within the top bands, we will still have a strong bullish market. Okay, so don't worry too much about that. If anything, I do see more bullish signs on this Euro USD right now, so that's good. All right, great. Let's take a look at the last thing. Everyone's waiting for it, which is gold. How do we see gold now with our PTips analysis? Oh, where are you, gold? Done. Okay, just a reminder, right? PTips, it's a professional technical analysis provider that's providing analysis for PT Fintech. Okay. Now, it's all free on our PT Fintech social media. So if you want to actually have access and see all of the PTips analysis on a daily basis, it's actually for the London session, right? It will always be posted for the London session. So do follow us on our social media, on our Instagram or Twitter, which is now called X. Okay, type in PT Fintech and you shall be able to see our daily analysis provided by PTips for free. Okay. Now, you'll get Euro USD, silver, and gold on a daily basis. If you want more in-depth analysis of each product, okay, it's also free for you. Okay, as long as you have an account with PT Fintech, you know, terms and conditions apply. You can actually get it free into your email on a daily basis. All right. With that being said, let's actually start looking at gold. D1. D1 for gold. RSI is at 50. The band, price within 1.0 deviation. Okay, so if gold prices are within the 1.0 deviation, personal take is that we just respect the 1.0 deviation. Okay, this is what I usually like. Okay, because it's just makes more sense. Okay, because it's basically in a consolidative state. Take a look. This is what's happening with gold, right? You see this? When a triangle is forming, that means it's consolidating. Okay, now if it's consolidating, then what that basically means is that the buyers and sellers are in a fight right now. They're basically seeing where it will be taking the market, whether it's bullish or bearish, we don't know. Okay, RSI being above 50 is a good sign that more buyers are in the game. Okay, but within this time frame of a breakout, I would usually choose to respect the 1.0 deviation. So if I'm going to actually enter into a sell, I'm going to set my MA20 as my take profit. Okay. Now, if I decide to actually do a buy, I may want to wait until the prices break above my triangle right now. Okay. Let's see if H4 gives us more details. Great. H4. H4 RSI is above 50. Okay, great. It gives us more confirmation of buying power. Now, the bands, price above top band, 2.0 deviation. Okay, you see, we're exiting what we call a Bollinger Squeeze. Okay, when you're exiting a Bollinger Squeeze, what will happen is that a potentially new trend is going to be set. And what we're seeing on H4 is that the bullish market may take its ride. Cool. All right, so if I'm actually going to be doing a buy order right now, okay, I will be taking my take profits, potentially with my H1, okay? If anything, I may also be utilizing the Bollinger Bands as my take profit points, okay? But anyways, let's take a look at H1 to see if we get any more signals or stronger confirmation. You see, potential consolidation might occur now, okay, very soon on H1. AUD USD for gold says RSI is above 50. It's actually on overbought right now, okay? So you see, that's why a lot of buying power is decreasing. Band, price above top band 2.0 deviation. It says it's bullish for PTips. So what's happening is that we do see that the market is on a bullish run. But because prices are above the 2.0 top band, 2.0 deviation top band, we may have to be very careful about a few things. Okay, you have to remember prices will always come back within the bands. Okay, it's very rare that it's on the extremes, above the top bands or below the lower bands. Okay, these are very, very dangerous locations for prices to be in. Okay, so if anything, entering into a buy right now on H1 might not be the best call, okay? But of course on H4, it does show us potential buying power, okay? What I'm thinking is that potentially H4 may be targeting for the overbought zone, okay? So if we're trading on H4, okay, it would be good if the H1 consolidation comes back first, and then you can actually enter on a buy, okay? If you have the patience for that. you may have a better chance of making profits. Okay, just my personal take. All right, great. So, anyways, I want to thank you all for sticking around with me, for watching these live streams. Okay, now every Monday and Wednesdays, okay, during the London session, we will be doing the PTips analysis deconstructed together. Okay, where we will take the PTips, take a look at it, see how we should do potential trade setups. Okay, and let's actually learn together, and hopefully everyone can become a smarter trader. Okay. All right, so see you next week on Monday and Wednesdays at the same time. Thank you, guys.